Out with the old, in with the new, as they say. Not that old means worse, though, and you can certainly still give use to the old. I am referring to consoles, of course. And when I say you can still give use to them, I mean by modding. You should at least mod one console in your lifetime, as it's not just useful, but it's a great experience to have. Currently, I've modded 4 consoles, those being the Wii, the 3DS, the PSP, and the latest to my collection, the Switch. I won't really be talking about the PSP much though, since it's just kind of boring and I never really did much with it. It's useful still. It still is useful, but yeah. Anyway, it is insane how easy it is to mod these consoles. If you have one of these just lying around collecting dust, blow that off and use them. I'm going to talk about these consoles in order of oldest to newest. I'll just be yapping about the modding process and stuff, since that's all there really is to talk about. Like, I'm not gonna talk about sailing the seven seas and whatnot. All of these mods don't take long to do, so don't worry about that. I'll be explaining some modding stuff while talking, but if you guys want a deeper understanding, a guide is always the best option. Speaking of guides, one, this video isn't really a guide, it's just talking about stuff. Two, the best guides are written guides, since videos can be quickly outdated. I, like most people, will recommend you use the hacks.guide site for the best guide possible. The guides are frequently updated and they go the most in depth. Now, here's some of the most basic modding information ever. These guys, they are your best friends, the staple to modding and modding culture. For the Wii, there are multiple methods you can use to hack it. I've actually never used this before, but ModMe is an all-in-one app that will guide you through the process to download everything you need. It has all the methods in it too. The two major methods currently are the Wilbrand method and the DNS method. Most people will tell you to use the Wilbrand method. I prefer the DNS method though, so I'll talk about that. The reason I like the DNS method more than Wilbrand is because you don't need an SD card and is by far the fastest method to hack a Wii. All you need is an internet connection. Basically, what you do is enter in a specific primary DNS, then go to the user agreement section in settings, then boom, My Little Pony character pops up and you accept. Your Wii is modded now. It's that easy. After that, the Wii.hacks.guide talks about bootloaders and brick protection, but I wouldn't even worry about that. I've modded several Wiis and I have never had to worry about bricking. It's your console though, not mine. Do what you want with it. If you want brick protection, do that. It's always recommended. Of course, most of you want to mod your Wii in order to have quote-unquote legal digital backups of your games. For this, you will need a USB loader. The most recommended loader is USB Loader GX. For this, you're also going to have to use the CIOS installer, otherwise the games won't work. And yeah, that's kind of it for the Wii. After that, there's emulators and modded versions of games. Me personally, I think you should get CTGPR. It's a modded version of Mario Kart Wii that adds tons of tracks and has online functionality. You will need a physical disc of Mario Kart Wii though. I know there are some workarounds for that, but if you have a Wii with no Mario Kart, you're kinda crazy anyway. Onto the 3DS. Some would say this is easier than modding the Wii. Some would say it is harder. I think they're both around the same difficulty. I'm gonna be honest, I've pretty much forgotten how I modded my 3DS. I remember there was a site, it made your 3DS do flashy rainbow stuff. You boot up God Mode 9, get some apps, and that's it. For hacking this, you will need an SD card or a micro SD card. Make sure to look at the 3ds.hacks.guide website to see what you need to have and what to do for the hack. I have a new 3DS XL, so I had to have a micro SD card. After that, it's some pretty basic stuff, and then your 3DS is hacked and it has basically everything it needs. I don't have much to say about this like I do the Wii, since I found hacking the 3DS to be a lot less interesting, like the process itself. It's still a great hack though, and it'll put your 3DS to some good use. I saved the best console for last. I'm talking about the Switch, of course. I think I should say this to anyone that is interested in modding a Switch. I would not recommend this as a first hack. It's the hardest hack, not really because of difficulty, but if you don't have some idea of what you're doing, that console will get bricked instantly. It's not like that instant, but you could definitely break it. It should be fine as long as you stay offline, to be honest. But it is the riskiest console when it comes to getting bricked. As long as you don't go on Wi-Fi, though, it's okay. Do not skip the backup process. Do not skip the backup process. With that out of the way, first, visit the Is My Switch Patched site and put in the Switch's serial number. If your Switch isn't patched, great. If your Switch is, you can still get a mod chip, but it might be a bit expensive. I don't know how much they cost. You could think of it like buying one game that gives you infinite games. So, anyway, my Switch was unpatched and I'll show you how it works. So, this guy, he's gonna be another one of your best friends. His name is the RCM Jig. Use him, nothing else. Please, 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 please do not use a paperclip for this method. What you're supposed to do is put the RCM Jig into the right Joy-Con slider and move it all the way down. Now power off your Switch. When powering it on, hold the volume up and power button. If after holding it a while, it shows no Nintendo logo, you are in recovery mode. Basically, what this exploit does is boot you into the NVIDIA processor recovery mode that the consumer was never supposed to use. Fortunately for us, this recovery mode can be used to boot unauthorized code. Yippee! From here, make sure you have a micro SD card, get Hekate and Atmosphere, yada yada yada, get Linux if you want to, or Android, yada yada yada. Your Switch is hacked now. Hacking the Switch is a must now that the Switch 2 is out. I think it is one of the best consoles to hack currently. You'd be surprised at how good the Switch game catalog is actually. I've been playing Dark Souls and Persona 4 on my Switch, and it's a great experience. I love the portability of the console. Just being able to be comfy and play in my bed is a huge plus. People say, why hack a console? And there are plenty answers to that. Some people want to sail the seas, others want their console to have quality of life features. Some people do it just to put cool themes in the menu. Why would you want to hack a console? Me personally, I do it because I love the process of hacking and I love learning why I'm able to do the hack. I also just like the idea that I own my console and I own my games. Two ideas that the big companies are trying to fade out of existence. We need to keep remembering that. I hope you enjoyed my ranting. Subscribe if you like my content. That's it for today. See y'all.